Hey guys, welcome back. So for today's video, I decided to do a what I eat in a day to lose weight. Within the past month and a half or so ago, I just really decided to make a change, be healthier, work out more. I work out 4 to 5 days a week. I don't do anything crazy. I want to get more into weight training, but as of now, I'm just doing like 30 minutes cardio every day, and then I do 30 minutes on machines and just like at-home workouts that you could pretty much just YouTube and find, and I just rotate arms, legs, and abs every single week. So I just want to quickly mention that this is what works for me. I know everybody has a different definition of healthy, so just do what works for you. I hope that maybe this video can just inspire you. Like, I'm vegan and I eat a plant-based diet, but I sometimes watch people who aren't vegan just to get new ideas for things that I can make, so I hope that that will be the case for you guys as well. So I just really want to make that disclaimer because there's always people in the comments who claim to be professionals and who are always trying to tell other people what to eat, but if it's working for them, then I feel like just let them be, you know? Like I said, everybody has a different definition of healthy, so just please keep an open mind with this video. I honestly don't really count calories. I might do it for this video, but in general I typically don't. I just pretty much eat when I'm hungry, and I try to do portion control. I just don't eat as much as like what I used to when I was gaining a lot of weight. Obviously, I honestly just don't like to count calories because I felt like when I was doing that before, it was driving me crazy, and I just don't like to. I mean, obviously I look at them, but I like to look at other things. I like to look at the fat. I like to look at sodium and salt, especially because I feel like sodium and salt intake are really a lot of the main causes of weight gain, and that was my main cause of weight gain. So I like to just focus on different things, not just the calories, if that makes sense. So anyways, let's just go ahead and jump into it. So for breakfast today, we're gonna have a chocolate banana smoothie. I love this smoothie not just for breakfast, but just like any time of the day. If I'm craving something sweet, this is like my favorite. It's so good, and you literally only need like 5 things. So let's do it. Okay, so I have some frozen bananas here. I honestly just eyeball it. I just do a couple pieces in there, and I will leave my blender down below. I got it from Amazon. It is honestly just like the NutriBullet, but it's a lot cheaper, so it's kind of like a dupe for the NutriBullet, if you will, or the Vitamix. I'm sorry, very similar to the Vitamix. Okay, so a couple frozen bananas. I did about that much. And then I'm going to add some spinach. I like to do spinach and kale. I don't have kale right now, so I'm just doing spinach. This is a really great way to get your greens in without actually, you know, tasting them. But honestly, I use a lot because you don't taste it in here at all. I know that it seems kind of scary using this much greens in like a chocolate banana smoothie, but I promise you, you can't taste it. So I like to use a lot because, again, greens are good for you. And I love spinach, actually. I use spinach in a lot of my meals. Okay, then of course for the chocolate part, I'm gonna use some cacao powder. I just got this at my grocery store. You can find this anywhere, Whole Foods, Amazon. It doesn't have to be any particular brand. This is just the one that I have, and I love it. Just make sure that it's the one that's 100% cacao powder, that doesn't have any added sugar or anything in it. Like, I wouldn't recommend using like a Nesquik type thing. Just make sure that it's just pure cacao powder. It just looks like that. And I just do about a big spoonful like this. This is very overpowering, so if you don't want it to be as chocolatey, then obviously don't use as much. And then I'm gonna add some dates. Dates are such a great way to, again, add just more sweetness to anything that you're making dessert-wise, because they're just so good. They just look like this. I do about 2 of these. Now, the first time that I tried dates, I didn't realize that there was a pit in it, so just a little FYI. So I just break them apart, and then I take the pit out. And then I am adding some unsweetened almond milk. Again, I just eyeball it. I don't like to use too much because I don't want it to be like super watery, but obviously that's personal preference, so I just literally eyeball it. Okay, so it honestly doesn't look that good, and when you blend it up, it doesn't look that good either, but I'm telling you guys, it's delicious. Okay, so this is what it looks like. By the way, I know that this is not a reusable straw. I need to get one. I'm gonna order one today, so don't judge me, but it doesn't really look that good, but I'm telling you guys, it's amazing. It just tastes like a chocolate smoothie, so even if you don't want to do this for breakfast, if you just want something really sweet and good, like for dessert, this is delicious. It's actually really filling as well. This will keep me full probably for like a good 2.5 hours, and then I'll have lunch, so love it. All right guys, so it is 2:31 right now and I'm just having kind of like an afternoon snack. I'm just having some watermelon. I'm not gonna eat all of this, but just a few pieces. I'm actually gonna go grocery shopping right after this because I don't have much. And then I'm probably gonna make a salad because I was craving a salad now, but we have no lettuce. So I'm just gonna have this and some water. I like to drink as much water as possible throughout the day. I like to shoot for a gallon. Sometimes I do a little less than a gallon, but I do drink water like all day. So this is my little snack. All right guys, so it is lunchtime now. I'm gonna just make a salad, one for me, one for Hector. It's super easy. I'm not a fan of salads, but this has been like my favorite and it's so good, so filling. So let's get started. Okay, so first you're gonna need some romaine lettuce. And I also like to add kale or spinach to this mix as well. I just do a handful of lettuce. Then you're gonna need some cucumber, and the really great thing about salad is that you can add whatever you like and just really make it your own. So I'm just adding a bunch. I love cucumbers, but I hate pickles, which is really weird. I'm also gonna add just a couple pieces of some baby spinach. Some extra greens in there. I have this just cut up onions and peppers in here just for some extra flavor. And I just bought them already like pre-cut at my grocery store because it's just so convenient. So I just literally top the salad with that. And I don't really like do any specific measurements. I kind of just eyeball everything. All right, then you're gonna need some beans and corn. These are already washed and everything. And these are the low sodium black beans and no sodium corn. And you could totally just use like different veggies if you want, but I really like the beans and corn because I feel like it kind of is like a Southwestern type salad. Okay, my favorite part, avocado. I put avocado on everything. Oh, there's a baby spinach there. So we just have it already cut up and I just put a bunch of avocado in here. We're probably gonna use the whole thing. Okay, so just for a little bit of crunch in the salad, I love these Red Hot Blue chips. The brand is Garden of Eaton. We just get these in the organic section at our grocery store and they have cayenne pepper in them, so they're really, really good. They're just blue corn chips. And what I like to do, and by the way, this is just what the chip looks like. It kind of reminds me of Doritos, which is really good, but obviously they're a lot better than Doritos. So I just take the chip and I literally just crumble it right on top of the salad, and it just adds that really nice, like, if you ever go out and you get like a Southwestern like Chipotle salad, this is what it reminds me of with the chips and the beans and everything. So I probably use about 2 to 3 chips. The serving size on the back is for 11 chips and I don't use nearly that much, so I don't really keep track of like the nutrition facts on these because I'm just using a few. So that pretty much completes the salad. It's super simple. For dressing, I really need to find a perfect Caesar at-home dressing, but for now I'm just being lazy and I'm just using this one from Daya. It's the dairy-free creamy Caesar. It's really good. I don't use as much as what the nutrition facts are on the back. Honestly, with my salads, I don't like a lot of dressing anyway, so again, I don't really keep track of this because I'm not using the serving size. I'm using a lot less than that. So I just top it with this. If you guys have any really easy Caesar recipes, let me know down below. A lot of the ones that I've seen, I'm just not a fan of, so that's why I've just been using this. All right, so this is the completed salad. It is so delicious, you guys. I definitely recommend you try it out, especially if you like the ingredients in here, of course. I think you would really like it. So I'm gonna go devour this and then I'll see you guys for dinner. All right guys, so I had my salad and I'm gonna start dinner now just because I want this to slow cook for a little bit. So typically I would make this a little bit earlier in the day, but I was busy today, so I'm just starting this a little bit later. But you don't have to let it slow cook super long. It's just personal preference on how you like your veggies. But I'm gonna be making a vegetable soup. This is my favorite soup. I've shown it before on my vlog channel and I'm obsessed with it. It's so good and super filling. It's a really great way to get all your veggies in. So I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. Super easy. I have a lot of my stuff cut up already just to save time. So I'm gonna be adding 3 yellow potatoes in here. I also have some green beans from the garden. My dad just brought them in. I love green beans, so I'm just gonna add some of those. I didn't add too many just because I'm gonna do frozen veggies as well. Okay, I'm gonna add about a half bag of these mixed vegetables. I just get these at my grocery store. They just have a ton of different veggies in here. And I'm just gonna add those. And I'm also gonna go ahead and add just 1 can of these red kidney beans. These are low sodium. You could definitely do like bagged beans, but I like these, and I mean, I think I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna just add those. Then of course I'm just gonna add my vegetable broth. This one is the low sodium kind. I'm also gonna add some water. This is about half of a bottle of water. All right, so that is what it should look like. I honestly just like eyeball everything, and if I want to add like more potatoes or more veggies, I'll go ahead and do that. All right, so I put my heat on a little high just because I want this to start boiling soon so that I could add my seasonings. It honestly probably doesn't even look that good, but I'm telling you guys, it's so delicious, and especially once all the seasonings and everything are in, it's gonna look a lot more appetizing. And then I'll let it slow cook probably for like an hour or two. And then on the side with my soup, I'm just gonna have some jasmine rice. I love this rice as well as brown rice. Either or will work. This is just what I'm working with at the moment. And then I'm gonna make this in my rice cooker. Okay, I think it looks so much better now. I added all of my seasonings and it tastes really good. I tasted some of it already and it's delicious. So I'm gonna let that slow cook for probably like an hour or two, and I just have the heat set on low. These are the seasonings that I used in case you guys are curious. I used some sazon. If you guys have never tried any of the Goya seasonings, they are amazing. This is so good. I just used 2 packets of this. It is a huge pot of soup, so obviously the amount of seasonings that I use depends on how much soup I'm making, but I usually like to make the soup in bulk just so I have some for the week and I don't have to keep like making food and stuff. So I use this. Really good. This is like a really good all-purpose seasoning. You can use it on like pretty much anything. Of course, I had to use some black pepper. I used a ton of this garlic and herb since this is salt-free from McCormick. Delicious. I love that garlicky taste in soup. I also did use some nutritional yeast over top. This doesn't have any flavor or anything. It just really helps with making the consistency of the soup really thick and creamy. So this one I got from Wegmans. You can get this honestly pretty much anywhere, even Amazon if you want to order it. So highly recommend it. This is really good. All right guys, so this is dinner. We just have the rice underneath and then the soup over top. Looks so good, and it only took about 2 hours, so super quick and easy. So we're gonna just devour this now. Okay, so this is the final meal of the day. I'm just having some red and green seedless grapes. These are so good. I actually got these at Walmart and they're so crunchy and sweet. I love grapes, and anytime I get hungry, I always like to snack on fruit in between meals. I love pretty much any kind of fruit. All right, so I'm just going to eat my grapes, watch some Power. I've been obsessed with that show, you guys. I talked about it on my vlog channel. It's so good, and I'm literally addicted. I'm almost on season 3, and it's just so good. If you need a good show to watch, check out Power. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thumbs up if you want me to do more what I eat in a day. Leave me some of your favorite meals down below in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave, and I'll see you guys in a few days in my next one. Bye. You look like a guy who could treat me right. Boy, take a chance, will you let me ride? I could be the best thing in your life.